Alright guys, the moment you've all been waiting for. I went off screen and grinded up to a high enough level so I could at least survive the 4 Ayakashi Sisters. And the 4 Ayakashi Sisters, they were redeemed as humans in the anime. And that's what the game here acknowledges. However, thanks to Sin and her girls, they pretty much ruined time to the point where now they're back to being under the servitude of Rubius and Sapphire. So yeah, we're gonna have to kick their asses in order to snap them out of it. And let me assure you, this is basically a tough battle, and the battles from here on in will not get any easier. This is your wake-up call boss right here, ladies and gentlemen. All 4 Ayakashi Sisters, Koen, Baruchi, or Berthy, they spelled it Baruchi in this game, Calaveras, and Pets at the same time, well, not at the same time, in a gauntlet basically, in that order. Each one more devastating than the last. And starting off is Koen. Mind you, I did a practice run off screen. Koen wiped out my entire team with 1 shot. Which is why I recommend to be at least at level 32 to come at Koen. Why? Because Koen is really powerful. And her sisters are even more powerful than her. She only does a physical attack, and she will only spam Dark Fire sporadically. I mean, there's no way for me to recognize when she'll do Dark Fire, but she will have the initiative considering which Sailor Soldier is actually first. If there's a Soul Sailor Soldier anywhere on your team, which primarily everybody has a lower speed than what Koen does, so she will get the first initiative. Anyway, I'm juggling between having Mars use a Cologne or having Mars use Fire Soul, and all options point to Fire Soul. So with Venus, I'm going to have her do a link with Mercury. And the reason why I'm working on links, in order to do the Sailor Planet attack, you have to have a high link on the original 5. And the original 5 has to be in the lineup, not to mention every single Sailor Soldier has to have 12 EP in order to pull off the Sailor Planet attack. There is also the Sailor Arrow attack, Sailor Victory attack, Sailor Shoot attack, and Sailor Cluster attack. And those happen to be done if any of the Sailor Soldiers have link attribute points. Anyway, what you're basically going to be focusing on is to get the defense of your heavy hitters up and the offense of most of the teams that's going to be attacking. Link attacks actually work because sometimes your teammates will be weakened because of the fact they'll be in the backfield. Getting a link that will do more damage depending on who's doing it, like for instance the Love Me Bird, since both Sailor Mars and Sailor Venus are in the front row or near the front row, it'll do more damage. I would personally put Mercury in the back and have her to do healing. Well, and sometimes, if need be, Sailor Moon can do healing as well. But also, it would be in your best interest to do Spiral Shaban in order to raise the defense of your characters. Now then, we come to Baruchi since we just got finished killing off Koen. She will spam Dark Water and she will use a physical attack. However, it would be in your best interest to use, well, it would be in my best interest to prepare to use some sort of healing apparatus like for instance, Life Water to bring back Sailor Jupiter, because she's going to be KO'd due to the fact that we didn't have enough time to fight all 4 girls at once. Well, okay, let me try that again. We didn't have enough time to heal because we have to fight all the girls at once, and she just got finished using Dark Water, and man, did that really do some damage to everybody. Yeah. Right now, we're gonna have to work towards getting Jupiter on her feet, because I did not want her to be KO'd, but she is. And it will not be like the Dimension Tree where Venus was the only one KO'd and didn't get any experience points. So let's use Red Rose to get her up. The only reference of Tuxedo Mask that will ever be in this game. I'm just kidding, everybody. Of course he's going to be in this game. It's a Sailor Moon game. Is he going to do anything? No. Anyway, just work towards pounding Baruchi as hard as you can with some of your hardest hits. And also, keep in mind that Baruchi, while having a very low defense, has a high speed, so if you do have any sort of healing items, make sure that you have one person on healing at all times, and that person will, after Baruchi does a lot of damage to the team, has enough healing items to go around so that she can keep the team alive, because again, they have dark elements that do a lot of damage. So let's go on ahead and get Jupiter back on her feet, and she spams Dark Water again. Binto sent for the rescue, and now we just let things play out as it is. And we've got Foot Cream. I think the next shot will take her down. Oh, no. The next round will take her down. But again, be careful. Her physical attacks do more than what your defense can compensate for. Some people say that I may be foolish of giving Jupiter a red pupil. That I may be mad. No, I'm not mad. I'm insane! And plus, Jupiter does a lot of damage. Although, Saturn and Uranus does the same amount of damage as well. But the thing is, Jupiter's technique is 1 EP, which is a lot of damage for a lot of power. And Mars finished off Baruchi, and now it's on to Calabaris. And this is where things start going into the piercing defense range. Calabaris has a move called Dark Boot, which she will single out one Sailor Soldier and do half of their HP. It is a really dangerous move because she sometimes follow it up with Whirlwind Cut. She will randomly select a Sailor Soldier. Also, I forgot about the HP. Cologne was 8,500. Baruchi was 9,000. Calabaris 14. Or was it 10? Yeah. Calabaris is 10,000. And wow, we're gonna be in for the long one, ladies and gentlemen. So it's in your best interest to have Jupiter do as much damage as she could possibly do, and not to mention immediately get Healing Shower underway. Because if Healing Shower is activated, everyone will be doing more damage. Now, normally people would come in with Sailor Saturn and wreck Calabaris' shit within 3 turns. And quite frankly, I wouldn't blame them. But see, there are other Sailor Soldiers you could use. You could probably use Sailor Neptune as your Juggernaut. You could even use Sailor Mars as your Juggernaut. Hell, if anything, I could have actually used Pluto. That would have made this a hell of a lot easier, but I wanted to show off the attacks that Calaveras normally use. And her pattern is basically this. Every time she uses a Dark Boot, the following turn is going to be a Whirlwind Cut. She will rarely use a physical attack unless there's only one team member left. Of which she did that to me in a practice run. She eliminated most of my team members because of the fact that Whirlwind Cut pierces their defenses. Funny thing, she's the counterpart to Venus. Oh yeah, that's right. All the Ayakashi Sisters are counterparts to the Inner Soldiers. Like, Cologne is a counterpart to Mars, Baruchi's a counterpart to Mercury, Calaveras is a counterpart to Venus, and Pets, as soon as we defeat Calaveras, is a counterpart to Jupiter. And my god, wait till we get the Pets. One thing is clear, this is a very challenging chapter. And this is a wake-up call for everyone who thought it was going to be a smooth ride to the end. It's not. I told you, this is one of the harder games in the Sailor Moon series. And I told you, while it may be easy at first, this game will kick your ass. And I learned that the hard way. Yes, size 15 shoe and all. So we're doing a good bit of damage to Calaveras. And we took her down. And now we come to the last sister, the hardest one of them all. 20 grand, ladies and gentlemen. This is Pets. Pets has bad stat. Yeah, Pets basically uses bad stats on top of using Dark Lightning. Have fun with that. So, yeah. I use Stardust Stream Hit on... Oh, and that's one of the bad stats she uses. Petrification. If Barrier hits one of your characters like it did Venus, she will petrify it. She hits that character with Dark Lightning, or anything for that matter, instant death, and you will not be able to heal your Sailor Soldier. So yeah, that definitely kicked me in my ass right there. That was basically a wake-up call to tell me, thank God I bought some bath medics, and you're gonna need them for this fight. She oh, thank goodness she missed. Thank goodness she missed. Because if that would have actually hit her, God, she would have been killed. But again, beware, folks. Because she will use Barrier randomly, and then she will use Dark Lightning. This is one of those fights where she is going to pull out all the stops. And I just keep spamming Stardust Stream Hit because it's all three Sailor Soldiers combined. Well, Mercury, Mars, and... Oh, god damn! Oh, no! No! Wrong Sailor Soldier! Yeah, she randomly did that. And I ran out of... Okay, I'm just gonna have to use a life can. That's what I should have used. Why did I use a red rose? You go to Crescent Beam, you get the life can. And, yeah. I'm gonna have to pick up Sailor Mars off the ground. Because, yeah, she got wrecked. She got wrecked hard. If push comes to shove, I am definitely using the Moon Cup if all else fails. Oh, snap! Thank goodness I had that coming. And now we've got, a Manicure on, Sailor Jupiter. Now we just need a Manicure on Sailor Mars, and we can just chop away at, Pets' HP. Don't be afraid to spend up all of your items. After all, you're gonna go back to another place that sells these items again. Oh, I forgot she had Sonic Wave. Yeah, she had that nasty little technique. Oh, sweetness! Hit her hard for 2,453. That is a lot of damage. Go Jupiter! Now, if we could just brave the storm and recover whoever needs to be recovered, especially your heavy hitters, because again, Dark Lightning will do a lot of damage. Once you brave through the storm of this battle, and sometimes Sailor Moon will get hit, but she has a high enough defense to withstand it. Oh yeah, I whipped out the Moon Cup because I didn't want to take any chances. But I think it was a little bit too unnecessary because by the time it'll be Sailor Moon's turn, Sailor Jupiter's gonna annihilate her. Oh, now that I'm in the Moon Cup mode, I am going to use Rainbow Moon Heartache. And of course you would. You would try to spam Dark Lightning. Why wouldn't you? And before I could, Jupiter did the deed. With that said, ladies and gentlemen, I not only got a life can, but Mars, Jupiter, Venus, Mercury, and Sailor Moon all went up a couple of levels from that one gauntlet. That is what's up. But now Sailor Moon is lamenting on having to fight them. Now, we're gonna have to leave the UFO. And we are going to do that in the next part. Because this part is about to come to an end. And I'm going to go and save. After all, we, just got through getting out of one of the toughest gauntlets in the game. Don't worry, it's gonna get tougher from here. So, if you happen to score a lot of, yen from this, by all means hold on to it, because we're gonna go to a shop, and eventually we'll get the airship. Eventually. But not in the next part. Or at least I think not in the next part. The next part, we're gonna be leaving the UFO. Since we been here for the last 2 parts. And we'll meet up with the others. So for now, I'll just restock on some items, and I will save it and call it a game. This is RPMan985. See you guys in part 22. Woo! We've survived.